We're back, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Fourth Line. It has been a minute. We've been super fucking busy with life as things tend to go, but boy oh boy, do we have some hockey to talk about. It has been a minute since we last recorded, and it's only gotten crazier since the last time. I think we are well into less than 10 games till the playoffs. I think we have like 8 left, give or take, for some teams. I think some teams have 9. But the majority of people have played 74 games. The Islanders played 76. Holy shit. But yeah, we get playoff hockey this month, I think.
Very soon. I'm so fucking excited.
Yeah, I mean, what a time to just be alive. And there's still so many teams that are making a run. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, just getting into some overlooking the NHL news. Vegas fired their head coach and hired Tortola, or however the fuck you say his name, Tortorella.
Tortorella.
I'm new to hockey. This is for those of you who haven't been keeping up with the podcast. This is my first year, like really following along with everything, and so this is more of a you thing than a me thing. I still haven't.
Tortorola.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to know the coaches all that well. But Vegas fired Cassidy and then hires, however the fuck you say his name, Tortellini.
Tortorella.
They hired Tortellini as the head coach. And I think you got some stuff to talk about with that. That's
So, essentially, more or less, Cassidy, when they hired him, he won the Stanley his first ever year as a head coach, which granted wasn't hard. I mean, they had a stacked roster,
was that like the
obviously.
first year they came in?
No, 2, 3 years after, they won it in 23. I
Yeah,
think
they
they were
won it their
founded in
first year, and then they won it later on. So the second time they won it was his year.
did they win it their first year? Am I tweaking?
Yeah, the first year the Knights were ever an NHL team, they won the Stanley Cup.
Fuck. Then yeah, then yes. And then they won it again when Cassidy was head coach. And then after that, they've only ever missed the postseason one time. So they've been a team for like 7 years now. They've missed it once. So they've made 6 postseasons in their 7-year timeline. And the moment they missed the postseason, they fired their head coach, and that's when they hired Cassidy. Cassidy won, and they started to slip a little bit heading into the postseason because kind of their whole mantra was, they take it to OT, lose an OT, they still get a point, and they stopped taking it to OT and just losing outright. And that's kind of when they were like, well, this isn't working anymore, so they got rid of Cassidy.
Which is weird. Like they fired him like this week, didn't they?
Yeah,
So it's like
yeah.
they're going to most likely make the
They're still
postseason.
making the postseason. They just fired their head coach heading into the postseason, which
And
is
like the closest team to them that could overtake them, I think, is the Sharks, because both or I guess maybe it's the Kings now. But they're still 2 games behind them. It's like
yeah.
they're most likely going to make it, and then they fire their head coach, which is kind of a whack decision.
I think that's from everything I've seen from Vegas over the last couple of years. It's they like to just completely dunk on every like normal thing a hockey team would do. So they don't give a fuck about their first round picks. They hate fucking evidently keeping a consistent coaching staff, especially going into the postseason. Uh, they really fuck with sexual predators as goalies. They fuck with that.
Right.
So, I
Shout
mean,
out Connor
typically anything
Hart.
a normal hockey shout out
Carter
Connor
Hart.
Hart, Carter Hart, anything a typical hockey team would do, the Vegas Knights just like to completely do the opposite of.
Yeah. Which is kind of a funny thing that we've been following. So since January 19th, you said they've gone 8, 15, and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Not great.
Definitely not great.
Yeah. And then have you seen the first or the thing about how the last time a head coach was fired with less than 10 games into the playoff or less than 10 games before the playoffs, the
Mm-mm.
person who took over won the Stanley Cup that year?
Who was it and when?
No fucking idea, but it happened. And It happened. We can actually do some fourth line fact checking right here. That's why we have ChatGPT Premium. You actually type faster than me. It sounds like you got it. But yeah, that's a true story. So maybe a way too early prediction. Maybe let's predict seeing Vegas go a little farther than people think they will. I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of it at all.
I'm not afraid of it. I don't think it's a bad move, really. In my opinion, I don't think it's awful, but I think it is more or less just the idea that like
Well,
it
isn't
is
it
10 games left.
isn't it so like three in the Pacific will play two in the Pacific and one in the Pacific plays the wild card? Is that how it works?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and the whole Pacific just fucking sucks. So
The Pacific is a fucking dumpster fire.
yeah, and so I mean, them making the second round is not even like a hard to fathom thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, Vegas is just continuing to break norms, just figuring it out as they fucking go, and they're winning. That's the worst part. Like they've won two cups in less than, or I think this might be like the 10th year, or no, this is like the ninth year. So in a decade, they've more or less won two cups.
7?
I think they came on in 2017.
I thought it was 20, no, fuck, 2018, so 9, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, can we even really hate on them? Because they just,
Well, that's the thing, like, they'll do anything to win because they haven't been along for long enough to, like, lose. So I think that's kind of their whole idea behind the fact of, like, trading their first round picks and firing head coaches. It's because they want to remain a winning team because they haven't hit, like, a drought yet. But when they hit that drought, they're fucked because they're trying so hard to remain relevant that eventually, when it doesn't pan out, they're stuck with no first round picks and no way to really get out of it.
yeah, but it's like, will they ever hit that drought? Because if they just keep retooling over and over and over and over and over again, it's like they'll always kind of contend.
Yeah, I mean, I guess time will tell. I mean, fuck. They might contend for as long as they're a team, but I mean, will they ever actually make that push?
That just pisses me off, dude.
It really does. They literally break every norm that is like a typical hockey team, and they do it well, and it's very aggravating.
That's what hockey's all about now, though, is breaking norms. Shout out heated rivalry. That's all. That's what it all is, dude. It's all how. So everything now is about breaking norms, and they do it the best, so they're gonna keep winning. But enough with the sexual predators out in Vegas. Some little players news. Matthew Schaefer, teammate of close friend of the program, Anthony Duclair. Matthew Schaefer, that's our guy. That's our guy. I think he broke the record for most time on ice as a teenager. Which, if you want to feel real
Yes.
good about yourself, think about that. This guy is still a teenager.
He was born in 2007. Holy
I
shit.
mean, that just makes you feel real good about yourself and the stuff you're doing, huh?
Sure does.
Yeah. Evan's fucking insane. And he played 31 minutes and 59 seconds in
He
a
played
game.
32 minutes of hockey against the Blackhawks, mind you. 32 minutes. Insane. Ridiculous.
And he's what? 2007 makes
19?
him, yeah, give or
Yeah.
take. Maybe. I don't know.
19 years old, playing 32 minutes in NHL hockey.
Yeah, which is just
Absolutely
retarded.
fucking ridiculous.
And then he's one goal away from breaking the rookie defenseman record.
Yes. Yep. He's ridiculous. He's crazy out there.
Yeah, that is insane. I don't even know how many goals he fucking I don't know how many
He
goals he
has
has this year.
31 right now. Or the record is 32, I believe. I don't remember who holds the record.
Yeah, but I mean, it looks like they. By the way, shout out Matthew Schaefer's No Bull commercials. I don't know if you've ever seen those. They're kind of the most shittily done commercials ever, and it's just him shooting the hockey puck like at a empty net that has like a shoe on it. Oh, he has 22 goals, 35 assists for a total of 57 points,
Fuck.
a goal differential of plus 19,
Alright, that was
and
close. I had it backwards. He has 22. The record is 23.
Think about that. His plus differential is the same as his age.
God damn.
His plus and minus differential. The amount of goals scored versus goals against is 19 in the Islanders' favors when he is on the ice, and he is 19 years old. That might be the dumbest stat ever. And speaking of another fucking 19-year-old, Macklin Celebrini has, or how the fuck, what is he, 19, 20? Somewhere in that
I
range?
think he's right about, yeah.
Yeah, he has 100 points.
I think he has 101 as of right now. Hold on. After tonight, maybe it might be different.
I just tried to look it up on the Sharks website, and it took me to a fucking... She asked me to buy season tickets, actually. He has 105.
105. Holy fuck! How many did he score tonight? He had, he had 4 points tonight.
I mean, that's just ridiculous, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 105.
So you had a 4
points.
point night against the Ducks tonight. It went from 101 to 105 in one day. Absolutely fucking nuts.
Just stupid.
And yet they lost.
Yeah, but I mean, they lost tonight?
They did, if I'm not mistaken. Did they win? Am I tweaking?
I think they won. They beat the Ducks. Because the Preds needed
Did
the
they?
Kings and the Sharks to lose, and both of them won.
You're right. I'm lying. They won.
Yeah.
So I would like to retract my statement. And I would like to bridge this into a new one. So essentially, they need Macklin to score every single goal on the ice, or at least have a part in it, or they lose every single game. So he had a hand in all 4 goals that were scored tonight. He had 2 goals himself and then assists in the other 2 for all 4 goals that were scored to beat the Ducks. It's either a Macklin Celebrini point or they lose.
And it's been like this since fucking October.
It's been like this since he was fucking drafted damn near.
Which is kind of funny to think about. The San Jose Sharks are just the San Jose Macklin Celebrinis, which is...
It's more or less, yeah.
just insane to me that he is carrying a team at such a young age. Yeah. And then, like, obviously they have another young guy in Will Smith. We said earlier in the year, I don't know if you remember this, that the Sharks are kind of powered by friendship and awesomeness, and we didn't think it would sustain. Assuming they do get in, they'll have to play, I mean, unless shit hits the fan, it's pretty much the Predators, the Sharks, and the Kings are fighting for that last spot. And as fun as that is to think about, I don't know how you feel about this, but it kind of all just feels like a morale booster. Like, hey, well, we made it. Because whoever wins that's going straight to Colorado.
Yeah, no, they're cooked.
Yeah, so it's like whoever wins that, whether it's my sweet Kings over the Nashville Predators, the guys I love more than I love my family. That's a joke. But whether it's those guys or the Kings and Kopitar's last year, or if it's the fucking 20-year-olds that are powered by friendship, they're all facing an unmovable object in the Avs, who have 108 points this year. So I mean, like it's kind of all just feels like for show to me, but still, I mean, it's fun to keep up with. I think all those teams are doing their West Coast swings right now, so like all the Pacific teams are playing each other, and then the Preds are out in California right now and playing all the California teams. So it'll be a fun thing to keep up with, but even then, like even as
That's
a
the
Preds
thing
fan,
as well. That's the thing as well. Like even tonight, Colorado lost to the Canucks, who
they put up like
unironically
8,
have
didn't they?
they put up 8 points or 8 goals against Colorado tonight. So I mean,
Bring them to a whopping total of 52 points. Their goal differential for the year is minus 88. Holy fuck, they're terrible.
Jesus fuck. So I mean, you know, they have less than half the points that the Avs do, Granted, yes, they are an NHL caliber team, and they do have to win one from now, like every now and then. But against like the overall consensus number one team in the league is kind of crazy, especially going to the postseason. I
Scoring
mean,
8 is just diabolical. But it seems to be the common
yes,
theme with the Avalanche. It's like when they do lose, I feel like it's
they
usually
lose
high score.
bad.
Not only that, it's like they give up a lot of goals, which I feel like has to do with Cale Makar's inability to back check because he's basically just a fourth forward on
Well,
the
Kel McCarr
ice.
was out this game.
He was. Oh, that's right. He's hurt. I forgot about that. Coleman's sweet baby Cale Makar got injured. Uh,
He did upper body injury.
yeah, whatever the hell that means. Uh, but still, I mean, giving up 8 goals to Canucks is obviously not good. But when your starting goalie Scott Wedgwood leads the league in goals allowed a game, kind of just seems like a lapse in the Colorado Avalanche, and not really a thing where like maybe the Canucks aren't bad. But in
Yeah, I mean, they played like shit tonight, especially. I mean,
and they still put up
once
6. Like
again,
they lost like 8-6, didn't they?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's like you played good in a sense because you put up 6 goals, but it's also you played like dog shit on the other end because you put up 8. So I mean, I think it's kind of a lapse in the sense of like, hey guys, like we're not gonna outscore every opponent ever all the time.
No, but just a little fun tidbit for you guys. In other NHL news that's going around the world, shout out to Jesus Amaya. He's gonna love this. The Panthers threw in the towel on the season, more or less.
Sure did.
They more or less said, "Hey, all of our good players that aren't with the last name to Chuck are not playing the rest of the season. Barkov, Reinhardt, Marchand, these other guys who aren't as big of a deal to people like me who are kind of casuals, but like 5 of their key
They have
players.
six. They have
Is it
six
6?
total
Yeah.
players out. They have 6 players out that they've ruled out for the rest of the season. And as of recording, they are the very last in the Atlantic. I don't blame them for throwing the towel in at the end of the day. I think I said this pretty early on. I mean, they've been plagued by injury all year, especially with Barkov out like the entire year. I didn't think they were ever going to actually make the postseason. And it was, maybe if T'Chuk comes back and maybe if Marchand and T'Chuk play well, maybe they might make a push. And hopefully, by the grace of God, Barkov will come back like second round of postseason, and maybe they'll do it. Maybe they'll get the three-peat, but evidently that's no longer the case, and they've given up. So
Well, it's still kind of funny because like if they were in the West, they would be in the race for a wild card.
yeah,
Like when
yeah,
we
they
when
would.
we first started recording way back when, we would talk about how the West was so stacked. If you look at it, the leader in the wild card right now for the Eastern Conference is the Bruins with 94 points. The leader in the wild card right now in the West is the Mammoth, and they have 82. So something happened between then and now where the East is just all of them are turned up. Like it's insane. The Senators are making a crazy run towards the playoffs. The East is fucking insane. However, the Panthers won't take part in it this year.
No.
And it's not even like because they couldn't. It's just an injury thing. Like they just got
Yeah.
fucked this year with injuries. It was unfortunate timing, but they're they're not going to make it. Um,
I
so
think that's kind of one of those things where it's like kind of like a GM kind of call, and it's like, hey, we're low key fucked, but you know, we're gonna
yeah,
recover next year. We're gonna go get after them and hopefully make a run next year. Because I mean, they really
yeah.
don't need to make any big moves. They obviously have the personnel to do it.
Really giving guys times. Also, probably a good time to get some AHL guys some looks. So good.
Definitely.
Unironically, good choice on them, but still, it's still kind of a crazy thing to think about that the Panthers, who are good enough to make another deep run, more or less threw in the towel. But Some other crazy NHL news. We have had our third goalie fight of
Mm-hmm.
the year this year.
Mm-hmm.
So we went on a drought for five, and we've gotten enough for, in theory, the next 15 in this year alone. Um, which is probably one of the greatest things just about hockey in general is the fact that this is even a thing that the goalies can fight each other.
That it's allowed.
Yeah, it's such a fun little fucking thing. But even then, it's still insane. It was Igor Shesterkin from the New York Rangers versus Jacob Markstrom from the New Jersey Devils. It's crazy that Shesterkin, to me, I feel like somebody would have stepped in and be like, "Hey, you're a little too important to us. Like, don't you dare fight this guy." But they let him.
That was a big thing because Shesterkin was hurt for like a while.
Yeah,
They had Jonathan Quick in there, and Jonathan Quick was dog shit.
yeah,
And so Shesterkin finally comes back, and then he ends up getting into a fight. Which, I mean, granted, he held his own. I mean, he absolutely fucking manhandled Markstrom, but
yeah. I didn't know he had that dog in him.
neither did I.
I didn't know he had that in him. But even then, it's still so crazy, man. Like the goalies are throwing hands this year, and I think part of that is a little bit to be accredited to the fact that I think once the first one happened, was that Bobrovsky with the Panthers? Was that the first one we got this year?
I think so, yeah.
Is that
Because
when?
then it was, because then it was Swayman and Vasi during the Winter Classic.
Yeah,
Not the Winter Classic, the
the Stadium Series, wasn't it?
Stadium Series.
Yeah, which
And
was
then it was, and
still
then
the greatest game of all time, by the way.
very best game ever.
The greatest game, the greatest like regular season NHL game I think of all time
That
was.
it had everything. It genuinely had everything in it.
I'm still so wrapped up about that. I mean, we were so hyped about it too, and then they went down early, and then seeing them come back. I could talk about that game for hours, but I'll stop myself there. But I think once the first one happened this year, the goalies were kind of just like, "Hey, we're doing this again." Like fuck
Yeah,
it.
they were like, "Oh yeah, I forgot we can fight."
Yeah. And so shout out to Bob Roski for skating 200 feet down the ice and getting his ass whipped. Now we get to see it
We get to see it all the time.
3 times in a year is, I mean, buy a lottery ticket, guys, because that's insane.
hmm
Another,
I truly hope a goalie like very early on next season is like, you know what, fuck it, we'll start it again, and just
yeah,
does it and just starts it.
do not let this die out. This is such a
Mm-mm.
great thing. It would be such a bad thing if this does die out, because it honestly is one of the great things about the NHL. And anytime you see one, it's a beautiful thing. And like once again, we've gotten three this year. I mean, can't does it get any better than this? Who has it better? Who has it better than us? No one. No one. No one
Mm-mm.
does. But some overall NHL news and standings. I'll pull this up and share my screen, and we'll talk about this. And then, as you all know, Caden is the NHL finance guy, so we will have him buy and sell some teams for us. Um, but before we do that, we'll look at just in general how things are going. Uh, Give me a second. We're having some technical difficulties on my end. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. We're a little bit rusty, dude. It's it's been a minute since we've done this. There we go. Share screen. Uh, Entire screen. Screen two. Share. Oh, sorry.
Oh hell.
Didn't mean to have this up. Sorry. We'll get this out of the way. And we're
Who put that
back.
there?
Yeah, I don't know why that was already pulled up. That's a little bit weird. All right, so overlooking one thing that me and Caden will both kind of raise our hands about. We said the Buffalo Sabres. We said they were powered. They were like the Sharks. They were powered by friendship and awesomeness and rainbow dust, and they weren't going to continue to perform. Holy shit, did they make us eat our fucking words. The Buffalo Sabres, guys, have 100 points on the season.
From the very beginning, I was like, oh, they're good, but it's the Sabres, so it won't amount to anything. And I was like, oh, they've finally had a push. Nothing will come of it.
We thought at best they'd be like right here, and
I
they
think they
would
might be
lose.
squeaking for a wild card spot. Lo and behold, they're above above the Lightning right now.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
it's absolutely fucking insane. The Buffalo Sabres. I don't know if you've seen it. There was a street in Buffalo. They scratched off part of the words of like what the actual street was called, and they made it Wagon Street.
I like that.
Dude, it's
I like that a
insane.
lot.
It's insane. Shout out to those fuckers. I mean, shout out Tage Thompson. Obviously, that's my goat.
hmm
But
I saw a tweet from like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and it was some dude in like the third deck of the Sabres stadium. He was lighting a cigarette in the third deck, dude. Sabres hockey is back.
if they go to the playoffs, which me and Caden
I
have
think
talked about, we're gonna go
I
to a
think we
playoff
Loki.
game.
I think we Loki got to go to a Sabres game.
If they, if somehow by the grace of God, the Sabres and the Hurricanes end up playing at some point in the playoffs, and the Sabres come to Carolina,
We gotta go.
we should so go to Carolina in Tage Thompson jerseys. Um, but enough of that. We also have the Lightning, Nikita Kucherov, and all those guys are still killing it.
hmm
The Montreal Canadiens, Cole Caulfield, for those of you who haven't been keeping up, Mr. Saturday Night is absolutely balling right
hmm
now. Carolina Hurricanes have been once again. I mean, I think they've been here right here the whole year. I don't think this has changed, and I don't know how long.
I think the Islanders and the Bruins are more or less interchangeable, but the Canes have been up top the whole time.
Yeah,
And it's been like that for the last like 3 or 4 years. The Canes are always going to be the top of the Met, and then as soon as they get to the conference final, they shit the bed, and that's kind of just how they go.
what you hate for such a fun guy like Seth Jarvis, but hopefully they can figure it out this year.
hmm
The Penguins have been right here. Stuart Skinner led team, by the way. And then you have the New York Islanders who have stayed kind of right here. They've bounced down here for a little bit, but they've kind of gone back up here every now and then. I think
hmm
they're gonna stay right here. Um, yeah. So that's the Metropolitan. And then you obviously have the wild card, the Bruins with 94 points, and the wild card is ridiculous to me. It just shows how good the Atlantic is. We said earlier that we thought the Central, that was like a take we took a while ago, that the Central was goated. It honestly might be the fucking the
might
Atlantic.
be the Atlantic, yeah.
It just might be fucking dude. The Habs are my team. This playoffs if the Preds don't make it. By the way.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. I don't know what it is, but I fuck with the Habs so seriously. Then we have the Blue Jackets, who I couldn't tell you a player on their team if you put a gun to my head, but they're
Marchment.
yeah, sure. They're sneaking their way in. The Ottawa Senators are kind of a fun little team because they've been making a run towards this spot right here. Obviously, if you remember from the Olympics, the Blue Jackets got iced so fucking hard. Um, they had like 19 games straight where they got a point, and then the Olympics happened, and then they kind of had to chill out. And so, yeah. So, since then, the Senators have kind of made a run. The Red Wings have fallen off the face of the fucking earth. Trevor Zegras is trying his best, but his best just barely isn't enough. The Washington Capitals, led by Ovechkin,
Ovi?
yeah,
Yeah.
just can't seem to find 3 points. Even though their goal differential is actually quite nice. By the way, Ovi had a defensive zone his defensive zone start for the first time in years the other night, which is a fun little fact. The New Jersey Devils, Jack Hughes can't seem to get it done.
He had a night the other night. I think he
He's
had
been
two
having some
goals.
nights since coming back from scoring the golden goal. He's been playing well. I mean, he's a good
He
player.
found his mojo again, but unfortunately those around him
I think
haven't.
I got my swagger back. Oh,
That ass. Unironically, yes.
but the Devils just don't have the firepower. Maple Leafs are out their star player Austin Matthews. because Radko Gudas decided to give him a nice little fucking, just a nice little, take his fucking knee out, Gudas. No, I'm just kidding. By the way, I don't know if you saw that. That was a knowing going into that game that this second the puck is dropped, no one's even gonna go for it, and they're gonna drop their gloves. Was such a fun feeling. And then on top of that, I don't know if you saw his pre-game interview when they were recording it. Him more or less being like I gotta face the consequences of my own actions, and I'm going to play tonight. He came out of a boot to go out and get his ass whipped. Like I know we're all like hating on the guy because like, oh, dirty play, whatever. Like that is such a fucking hockey thing to do, to just be like, well, I have to play tonight. I have to be a man about this. Like that is like,
You truly you have to love it.
yeah. I mean, like I don't necessarily like the Ducks or Radko Gudas, who's their captain, but seeing that, I was like, dude, way to be a fucking man about it. At
I was
least,
about to
like,
say like way to live up to your own actions.
yeah, and talk about having the C on your chest. And he was like, they asked him in the interview, they were like, well, is part of this because like like maybe there's a chance if you don't play, your teammates are gonna suffer the consequences. And he was like, that's yeah, like that's 100% a factor in this. It's like knowing that like, hey, if I don't wear this one, everyone else around me is gonna wear it, and I'm the one who did this. Like that is captain behavior. I mean,
Very.
way to earn the C on your chest, but that
But
was kind of
but
funny.
but on the other aspect of it, when it happened, nobody fucking stood up for Matthews.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was getting to with the Maple Leafs is, granted, Domi kind of went out there and straight up just beat the shit out of him, which I think Gudis did. If you watch it back, like he didn't even throw a punch, like he just
Right.
which good on him, honestly. That's that's not a fight you win. You know, you just got to go
You
out there.
shouldn't. You
No,
shouldn't win it.
if he would have, that would have been really fucking funny. But he shouldn't have, and they didn't let him. So good for the Maple Leafs at least. I think Austin Matthews gets moved this offseason, by the way.
Absolutely.
Florida Panthers, like we already touched earlier, they're sitting everybody. Rangers
The
retooling.
retooling.
They're retooling. The Rangers retool is still on and in full effect. So that's all of the East. Now we're in the West. These idiots are just fucking around. Just seeing how ass can we be and still make the playoffs. But before we get to that, we got the West. The Avs are who the Avalanche have been the whole time. The Dallas Stars and Jason Robertson, Jake Otterboy, and everyone else are killing it. The Minnesota Wild have not really necessarily like fallen off the horse, but they're not still necessarily on it.
I still think the Wild. I I still think the Wild are a wagon. I still think they pull it out.
Yeah, the Chameleonaire. I mean, for some reason, I just don't think the Stars win this first round matchup, which is what it will be. This is all set in stone. These
Yeah.
guys will play each other in the playoffs. There's nothing that could change that. Um, like I don't even think they have enough game. Yeah, they don't even have enough games to where they could get into right there. They would need 12 points, and they have what? Actually, they do. So there's a chance, but not likely. Um, then we have the Ducks, obviously, like we touched about with Gudis, who got his fucking nose broken and his face smashed in like a champ. The Edmonton Oilers, I think Drysaddle's still out, isn't he?
Mm,
From where Ozzy Weisblatt or whoever it was for the Preds like shoved him into the boards.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I think
Drysaddle's.
that might have been a season-ending injury. If I'm not
I
mistaken.
thought it was, if I'm not mistaken, but I get mistaken quite often. The Golden Knights fired their head coach, hired Tortellini, and we'll see how they go this year. The Mammoth, Clayton Keller's trying his best to get 12 more points, but it's not going to happen. They're going to play the Ducks most likely if all things go as considered. And then here's kind of a fun thing that's been going on. The Jets jumped the Kraken. Little fun fact for you. But more or less, like any of these teams, except for the Flames or the Blues. So from here down, any of these teams can get in. You'd like to imagine that the Mammoth probably will stay in regardless of what happens. But like from the Kings down to the Kraken, 2 through 6 in the wild card race in the West, can more or less be interchangeable. So if any of these teams play, I would watch it because it's a must-win game for all these guys. And then from the
Mm.
Blues down, yeah, we don't have a whole lot to say.
Charlotte Hawks.
Well,
You
we've
know,
known like these teams right here have just been in the McKenna race for the most part.
right.
Shout out the Blackhawks though; they're earning their balls in that lottery. But we know the Canucks will get the most. Let's see, what the Rangers have real quick. The Rangers have 71. Oh, with the
Right.
Blackhawks
The
losing,
Blackhawks are second. The Blackhawks are the second in the lottery.
there's a good chance the Hawks get Gavin McKenna, Gavin McGregor, as they like to call him. But also kind
I
of a fun
think
little
the
thing.
Canucks have a 25.5%, and then I think it halves, so it's like a 12.25%
Yeah,
or
so
12.5%, something around there. But we're in it.
I
We're
would
in it.
watch all of these teams and including the Rangers as well. I would keep a lookout for all those teams. Whoever gets in the lottery obviously has a chance at them. Um, yeah, I think these games are fun to watch just to see who's willing to take the tank as far as they can go. But that's the standings, and then now let's talk to our financier, Caden Connor, and
Oh fuck.
let's see who we're buying and who we're selling on. Do you want to start in the East or the West? I'll give you
We'll
that.
take we'll take the East.
Let's go up to the East. If you can see my screen, this is where everything stands.
I can.
Okay. All right. Starting off with kind of an easy one. Let's start with the Red Wings. They're out of the wild card right now by just a game.
Right.
If they get in, we obviously know they're good enough to make some noise. They were in for most of the year. They're out right now.
Mhm.
With
Mhm.
8 games left to play, what are you doing with your Red Wings stock?
Shit. You know, I think I'm buying.
Yeah,
I think I'm buying. I think
I kind of
they've
agree.
been they've been out of a postseason spot for, let's see. Uh since March 22nd. So, you know, about 10 days now.
Yeah, give or
10
take.
10-ish days. I think this lights a fire under them. They obviously have somewhat of the manpower to do it. They're kind of top heavy. At the top end, obviously they have the manpower to do it, and I think it's kind of like the bottom end that kind of sells them a little bit. I think top end, if they kind of lock in a little bit, they'll make the push back into the postseason. I think they're obviously a contender. I mean, they were resting atop of the Atlantic for almost the entire year, and just as of recently been pushed out. So I think if they somehow squeak back in, they'll give whatever team they play a little bit of a run of their money. Hopefully, make it past the first round.
Yeah,
So I'm
I think
buying.
that's entirely possible. Now we'll start off with some stocks that are kind of high right now. Buffalo Sabres.
God damn it.
This is the highest their stock has ever been. And you have the potential to buy, and if they make a run, it's going to skyrocket. But
Oh motherfucker.
if you buy high right now and they go out there and they just shit the fucking bed against the Blue Jackets if it starts tomorrow, you go out
Right.
there, you buy the stock, it's worth a lot right now. They shit the bed, you lose everything. You're foreclosing the home, the kids aren't eating. But if it hits,
But if it hits,
what are
we're
we
never
thinking?
working again.
Exactly, if it hits, the
So,
kids don't gotta work.
oh god. So I think I think the first time we ever did this, I said sell because they were high then, and I was like, oh, powered by the power of friendship and
Are you gonna double down on
love.
it?
No, because I think because I think they've proven me wrong, and I'll eat my words here. I no longer think they're powered by friendship and love, and I think that might actually be kind of good. as as much as it hurts me to say that, I think that might be a good hockey team again.
Right.
So, I think they very well have a chance. And the last time they were even the Lightning, I believe, they dog walked the Lightning.
Yeah. No, they're playing their asses off. They're playing
They
their.
really are. And so, I mean, I don't know. I As much as I hate to say it, I kind of like the Sabres. Uh, so in the sense, I think I'm gonna have to buy here. I'm buying high and hopefully selling higher.
I like that. Now we'll go with one team that's lower. Actually, we'll do it kind of this way. So between these four teams that are sub 80 points, actually,
Right.
we'll fuck out the Panthers because they're not supposed to be there. So the Rangers, the Maple Leafs, and the Devils, right? Someone's coming to you. They're like, hey, we want kind of a long-term stock in our portfolio. Something like if it goes down, we're not losing that much money, but if it goes up, we're getting some money. Are you buying this? We'll say a 10-year plan. Are we buying the Devils, the Maple Leafs, or the Rangers for the 10-year plan? A little something to add to your portfolio.
Fuck. I wish you would have left the Panthers in there. That would have
That
been
was
an
too easy.
absolute.
That was too
I
easy.
was about
That
to
was
say
too
that
easy.
that might have been an absolute softball pitch. Fuck. Well, the Leafs are about to get rid of Matthews, and so they've lost Mitch Marner and more than likely Matthews here in the next year. You have the Devils. They have Jack and Quinn Hughes, or not Jack and
Luke.
Luke, which are good. I think they're probably gonna dump Dougie, and then you have the Rangers who are in a retooling. Yeah, so definitely not the Rangers. So it's more or less between the Devils and the Leafs here. Um, I think we're gonna take the Devils here.
Yeah, I think that was the most likely choice. I think that's what most people would pick. So I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I agree with you there. Now we're on to the West. The West is kind of a shit show in what's
God.
going on up here. So yeah, we'll start with the Central Division. Let's see. Do you?
Give me the Preds. Give me the Preds.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll go Preds. Are you buying or selling on the
Sell,
Preds?
sell.
I wouldn't agree. I think stuff's looking up in Nashville. We got some old guys who are leading. The youth is killing it right now.
See, Loki does kind of blow my mind. I wanted to talk about this earlier. You sold quite a few people leading into the trade deadline, and you were still in the wild card earlier today. So, I mean, Loki got to give them props. I mean, they're playing their ass off.
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of a weird dynamic because we only have super old and super young people. There's no
Mm.
one where it's like we have just like good players. Barron's contract's going to get moved this offseason. I would like to imagine Shays is going to try and get rid of for something. We have a bunch of picks in the next couple years. I think this will be like a long-term stock to hold on to. I think hockey time in Nashville is coming back. Whether or not we get in this year is kind of like a facade because, like we talked about earlier, we play the Avs.
Even if you
Um,
make it in, I mean, you're fucked anyways.
yeah,
So,
we would have to get into this spot to have a chance to beat the Ducks. Um, I wouldn't hate selling it if you're trying to make quick term money. I also wouldn't hate buying it, so I agree. Um, let's talk about the Pacific, why don't we? Let's talk about the Pacific. Let's see here. Fuck it. The Knights just got a new coach. What are we thinking here?
mm, that's a good one. I like that. Uh, Torts is kind of an asshole. That's kind of his whole mantra. That's what he's been his entire coaching career. I mean, even go back to his whole stint where he tried to walk into like the Calgary Flames locker room after like a fight in the first period. Yeah, that's kind of who he is. And he's known for kind of lighting a fire underneath his players. He loves to talk shit about his own players in the media. And, I kind
Be
of
a
hope that
great fit for the
works.
Oilers.
He would be. Absolutely, he would be. I
But
mean, he'd fit right in with Draisaitl and McDavid. But um, I think that might work. I think that might work in Vegas.
yeah,
Honestly, I mean, I think the boys need a fire lit under their ass. They've sold quite hard. Obviously, they've went 8-15-4 in the last like 3 months. So I mean, they need something. I think Torts will give that to them. So I'm buying.
okay. So we have a sell on the Preds, a buy on the Knights, and then let's see. Let's see. Okay, excluding the Blackhawks,
Fucker.
we got the Blues, the Flames, and I guess we can throw in the Canucks.
God, just an absolute ass off. All right.
But you gotta think about it, though. The Canucks stock is so fucking low. You have to imagine at some point it'll be worth more.
Maybe.
They won the President's Cup like 3 years ago.
That's the Jets, I think.
No, the Canucks.
Oh.
Guys, I can't type. These Coors Lights are talking to me heavy. Hmm, that's not no.
No.
It's not good.
Nope.
Is it the President's Cup I'm thinking about?
They won in 2012.
What was the
Or sorry, 2012.
Canucks'
2012 rather.
best season in the last 5 years?
2012, 2011.
Yeah, in 23 to 24, they had 109 points.
I guess. They were beat out by what, the Bruins or the Panthers?
I mean, look at this. 90 points, or 92, 83, 92, 90, and then below 500. So, between the Flames, the Blues, the Flames, and the Canucks, long-term stock, which are we acquiring?
Hmm.
I know what my answer is.
It's the fucking Canucks.
It has to be. It has to be. It has to be.
See, I'm leaning towards the Canucks because, like, the Blues just sold everybody. And they have, like, the shittiest goaltender of all time in Jordan Binnington.
Yeah. Who shouldn't have started in the gold medal game, by the way.
Bad call by Canada. And then you have the Flames, who just more or less sold everybody. And, who was it? White Cloud, and then Nazem Kadri. So, I mean, you're
Versus
missing.
the Canucks, who are
Also sold everybody.
gun to your head. Name one Canucks player right now. Exactly. So you have between the Blues, the Flames, and the Canucks.
Wait. Evander Kane. Bang. Saved my life. Fuck. I guess more or less, yes, I guess the Canucks, but
Okay, fuck the Canucks.
mind
Blues or Flames?
Blues,
I
I
kind of agree.
guess.
I think the Flames are so ass. And I don't there's nothing they've showed me where it's like we have a plan long term.
They really don't. They're just perpetually ass.
Yeah, I just don't see it happening. But we'll keep you guys updated in the coming times. The light just turned off in my room. That's a little oh shit. Let's see if we can do this and do this. Holy shit. But yeah, we'll keep you guys updated in the coming weeks, obviously. There we go. We'll keep you guys updated in the coming weeks as to what's going to happen. I'm sure we'll do an episode before the playoff starts. We are going to go to an NHL playoff game. That is not within addition. That tax return's coming back. That tax return's coming back. I'm gonna spend $100,000 on nothing. Uh, but yeah, we're gonna go to a playoff game. We'll keep you guys updated on that. It has been such a fun fourth line episode. I'm so happy we're back and doing this more consistently. We're gonna keep some content rolling. Trust me. We should have some IRL content coming this week. I should be at an inline rink this weekend at some point, and I'm going to ball on these fuckers. Include on that, me and Adam, close friend of the Fourth Line Pod, played the Bench Talk Losers in a 2v2 golf match, which we will keep you updated on. By the way, I heard the Bench Talk guys are kind of scared. I heard they're kind of scared. I heard they knew that I've been striping it. I'm like if Tiger Woods had a driver and didn't flip his car once a month. That's what I'm like.
I took Adam to Topgolf today, and
Yeah,
you know what?
was he hitting it? Was he hitting it nice?
Oh shit, he's looking good.
I mean, that's all we needed to hear.
Shit.
We're playing at me and Adam's home course, Country Hills, Gallatin, Tennessee, and we're gonna go out there and we're gonna fucking ball on them. That's what I think is gonna happen.
Ball on him.
More or less, swings and feeling nice. It's gonna be fun to see those guys. Maybe we'll record an IRL pod. You come in what, Saturday night to the town? Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's been another episode of the Fourth Line. Me and Caden are about to grind Rocket League for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on how I feel. And yeah, so we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Love you. Love. Guys, love. See y'all.